Greetings, I'm Professor K, and in this short video presentation, we're going to do a quick overview of a Wireshark. Now, Wireshark can be downloaded and it can be installed on a Windows platform, but we work in cybersecurity, or we're pen testing, we're ethical hackers, or we're hackers, so we don't do nothing on a Windows platform that we should be doing on a Linux platform. So with that in mind, I'm using Kali Linux as a virtual install. I've got my Whonix gateway up, and I have done Mac Changer so that I am anonymous while I'm on the internet. All right, let's proceed on. Now, there are two different ways that you can gain access to a Wireshark up inside of Kali Linux. You can bring up a terminal prompt, and you can type in Wireshark, and that's one way to bring it up. But you'll notice that this has a certain theme to it. Now, the other way we can bring up Wireshark is to go up here to the Quick Launcher. We're going to go on down here to where it says Sniffing and Spoofing. And from here over on the left menu, we can launch Wireshark this way. Now, this has the much brighter theme, or the white background. So right now, you can see that I'm not showing any type of network activity on any of my interfaces. And those interfaces are here. These are all my interfaces. I should be showing something happening on my Ethernet 0. So let's see how we go about configuring our network adapter for capturing packets using Wireshark. So up underneath my devices, let's go to Network. Under my network settings, you'll see that my Ethernet 0 is configured for bridged adapter. And underneath the Advanced, you'll see that I have it set to Promiscuous Mode Allow All. Now that has to be the case. If I'm going to monitor my entire network, I have to have the adapter configured to monitor all traffic. And that is what promiscuous mode is. So let's go ahead and cancel that out. Now, the next thing we have to do is ensure that we have our network adapter enabled. So back underneath Network, I'm going to go over here to my Connect Network Adapter 1 and check that and make sure that that is configured correctly. Now, once I have that done, then I have to go over here to my Network Manager, and I have to click on where it says Wired Connection 1. Go ahead and do that. And in just a moment, I should start receiving some type of network traffic, and there it goes. So the next thing I want to do is I want to look at my Ethernet 0 adapter, because that's the main adapter that I am currently using for capturing packets using Wireshark. So let's go ahead and double click that. Now over here on this next page, you're going to see a lot of traffic coming in here because I'm capturing everything that's coming across my network. All the devices, everything is being captured up inside of Wireshark, so it looks real busy. Now, if we want to see actual network traffic or monitor network traffic, we probably want to open up a browser and just go to a web page. So let's do that real quick. Again, I'm going to go over here to my Quick Launch, and I'm just going to open up a web browser. And on this web browser, I'm just going to open up a new interface here. I'm just going to see what it pops up here. Let's go to JetBrains. And there it goes. And now I'll just go ahead and minimize this. So once you launch Wireshark and you begin to capture packets, you're going to notice that you have, by default, 3 windows. Now this first window up here is actual packets that you're capturing. You can see they have the time the packet was captured, the source, the destination, the protocol that was found, the length of the packet, and some info about the type of packet. Now all this information is going to be presented to you in different formats. But if you would like to see what's inside the packet presented to you using human language, you just have to click on it. And down here in the second window, you can then expand, and you'll see that the information is being presented to you using a human language. Now that same information is being presented to you down here in this third window. And if you look at it, you're having it presented to you as hexadecimal. But if you don't like hexadecimal, well, you can have the information presented to you as bits, though it's not going to do you any good either way. For all practical purposes, this third window doesn't have much application. It's rather useless when it comes to us being able to understand what's being captured. These first 2 windows are just about all you're going to need. to understand and be able to analyze what's going on with your packet capture. If you would like to remove any of the windows, you can just go up here to View, and you'll see that the windows are checked here. We have the packet list, which is the first window, the packet details, which is the second window, and that last window, which is the packet bytes. So if you would like to remove that third window, just uncheck it here, and now you have only 2 windows to worry about. So when you open up Wireshark, you have the default view of the 3 windows. But if you would like to arrange those windows in a different way, let's say side by side, or 2 side by side and 1 on the bottom, you can do that just by going to Preferences. To go to Preferences, you click on Edit in here, and then you're just going to scroll on down till you come to Preferences, and then you can look at the columns, your fonts and colors, your layout. And under the layout, you'll see that currently we are looking at the windows stacked on top of each other. But you can change that just by selecting one of the other options that you have here. Now if you get to messing around with the preferences and you get wrapped around the axle, well, then there is this Restore Defaults button here that you can use to restore everything to as it was when you first opened up Wireshark. We can go ahead and cancel out of here. Now back here at our interface, you'll see that we have a number of settings up here in the taskbar that give us access to a lot of things that are available to us inside of Wireshark. On the second row here, you're going to have a lot of different buttons. These are access to tools and the like that allow us to start the capture. We can stop the capture. We can restart the current capture. We can look for, find things. We can go to a previous packet, go to the next packet, and so on and so forth. Now we will be introduced to a lot of these features and these tools in the upcoming videos that we're going to be presenting for Wireshark. In this search bar, we can type in a specific query and filter out information that we specifically want to see. So if I want to just look for HTTP, or if I want to look just for FTP packets, I can do all that. So there's all my HTTP packets. And I did that just by using the filter option. So you have to remember that if you don't like the layout or you don't like the information that's being captured, you go up inside of your preferences and then you can set up the information and arrange it the way that you want it to appear up inside of this capture window, which is right here. If you like to play around more with packet capturing up inside of Wireshark, then you can go out to the internet. You can download any number of free Wireshark sample captures. These are available on the internet from a number of different sites. Just open up a search engine and in the query type in download Wireshark sample captures. Now there are some settings that you need to concern yourself with up inside of Wireshark when it comes to name resolution. One of those we're going to take a look at right now, and if we go to View and we go down to Name Resolution, you'll see that we should have a box checked to resolve physical addresses. So make sure that that is checked. Now the reason we do that is so that we can find out the manufacturer of that device, because if we're monitoring our network and we notice that there's some suspicious activity, we might be able to narrow it down by realizing that, wait a minute, I don't have any of these manufactured devices on any of my machines on the network. So where is this traffic coming from? So if I click on any of these packets, I should be able to get some information about the manufacturer of the device that is sending the packet. So if I'll just click on any of these, and you'll see that I'm getting information from a MAC address of 0800275C6526. Now the first 3 numbers of that MAC address represent the device manufacturer. So let's take a look at this 3.213.158.198. Just go ahead and click on it. You can go down here to the second window, and now you can start to expand on the packet information. So we can just expand this and we get some information about the MAC address, the source MAC address, the destination MAC address, all that good stuff, what type of packets we're looking at. And you can keep expanding this and you keep looking at this, and you can still learn more information about the port, the destination port, the acknowledgement, the transmission control. So you get all this information from each one of these packets. So as you do your analysis and you start to go down through your scan results, you should be able to begin to understand exactly what it is you're looking at. Wireshark can be a little intimidating when you first get into it, but after you've had some experience with it, it all starts to come together. So in my follow-up videos, we'll be going into Wireshark and we'll begin the analysis of looking at these different packets, and we'll look at some more features of a Wireshark. So that's going to conclude this short video presentation on our Wireshark overview. So if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out and contact your instructor, and I'll see you in my next video.